Hey everyone, it's ZLR here, and week 18 is officially over, and now it is time for the playoffs. Obviously, I told you guys I would tell you my full prediction score at the end of the regular season for my regular season ones. So, this is actually without week 1 and 2 because I didn't do predictions for week 1 and 2. So this is just from week 3 to now. So we actually did pretty decent. I went 140 and 99 for the whole entire year. And that's just insane because for me doing my first predictions for NFL, that's really good. But I went 9 and 7 this week. That was also pretty nice. I I thought I was gonna go 8 and 8, and you'll probably know by the end of the video why. But anyway, let's get right into this. So the first game that I have here on here, I wrote it down as how Google had it. So pretty much all these games are gonna be out of order. I'm sorry about that. But first one here is Bears versus Packers. Packers getting the win here 17-9 to officially put them into the playoffs, which I'm actually kind of happy about. I wanted to see Jordan Love go into the playoffs on his first year as a full starter. So that's pretty good. Oh, yeah, also, before I mention anything else, I do have my Patriots hat hanging up here now, so I have a little extra things like here just so it looks a little bit more uh pleasing to the eyes, I guess. So yeah, Packers win that one 17-9. They practically only held Bears to 3 field goals. So really good game there. Uh and congratulations again. But next here we have is the Cowboys versus the Commanders, and man, Commanders got smoked. They got smoked 38-10 against the Cowboys. Um, just trying to see if I wrote anything here. The I had so much written down before the week that I really couldn't write much down for notes. So actually, I think there was one thing. They clinched the NFC East uh divisional title, which means that they're the champions. So that's pretty good. Uh Next game here is the Broncos versus the Raiders, and the Raiders were going out in a bang against the Broncos just because both teams aren't in the playoffs. So I guess they just wanted to give their fan base one last happy game before they went into the off season for them. So Raiders win that one 27-14. Pretty good game there. Jaguars versus Titans. Titans getting the win here 28-20 and pretty much eliminating the Jaguars from the playoffs. They practically said, if we're not going into the playoffs, you guys aren't going either. Texans versus Colts. This one was one of the Saturday night games that I believe, yeah, it was. And Texans win that one 23-19 to put them into the playoffs. So I'm liking that. CJ Stroud, first year as a quarterback going into the playoffs. This dude, all right, Texans fans, I gotta say this. You boys, you guys got yourself a quarterback. You guys are gonna be a nasty team for the next few years. I swear on it, and I respect the fucking hell out of you guys for it. but officially they're in the playoffs. Colts were eliminated from it, and yeah, I'm loving it. Oh yeah, here's the game that I thought was gonna put me to 8-8 this week. Bills versus Dolphins. And obviously I have quite a few shorts out, I think, about the Bills and Dolphins. I even have one that actually made a lot of people say that I was bandwagoning, but it was literally just for my predictions. Oh yeah, you guys just probably saw in the back. I have the wild card round there. I'll tell you guys that after. But Bills getting the win here 21-14 and saving themselves from facing the Dolphins next week in the wild card round, because now the Bills get to face the Steelers while the while the Dolphins have to face the Chiefs. So those two games are going to be really good, to be completely honest. Eagles versus Giants. Giants getting the win there 27-10 in a game I just didn't think was going to go the way I expected it to. This game was a weird one because Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown both got injured during the game. So I hope both of them are all right. Always, like I say, always hate to see players go down with an injury of any sort. So yeah, Eagles fans, I'm sorry for you right now. Seahawks versus Cardinals. Seahawks just barely getting the win here, 21-20 in one of the three games that ended in practically a 1 point difference. Uh Seahawks actually look pretty good. Cardinals, though, on the other hand, they look pretty good too during this last game. I mean, I can't lie. I respect both teams here for giving it their all. Obviously, the Seahawks got eliminated from the playoffs, but I mean, at least the Seahawks fans get the go into the off season at least with a win. So that's pretty good. And Lions versus Vikings. Lions getting the win here 30-20 to officially eliminate the Vikings from the playoffs. And the Lions just looking really good. They got to go up against the Rams. And oh boy, it's a Jared Goff friggin' revenge game against his former team. I'm gonna like that one. I'm gonna like that one a lot. I cannot lie. Um, Falcons versus Saints. Also, Falcons fans, you guys must be happy this morning as Arthur Smith did get fired. So I give you guys props for that. I obviously that shit happened at like 12 o'clock in the morning. I was dead asleep. I wasn't getting the video out on that until like later on, which was like probably an hour ago from when I'm recording this. So, hope you guys are happy about that. But anyway, back to the game. The Saints won that one 48-17. This was most definitely the reason why he got fired. Um Saints, they looked fucking great during the game. And I mean, Derek Carr, he had 4 touchdowns. Plus, I think more. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I think I wrote it down here, but I don't think so. Shit. All right. So, don't quote me on that one. I think he did get 4 touchdowns. Um, but other than that, good win from the Saints. Oh man, I don't want to talk. Jets versus Patriots. The Jets finally getting the win on us. 17-3 in the snowy game. Like, legit. It's there's snow on the ground right now. I'm like literally 20-30 minutes from fucking Foxborough. So, but anyway, Jets, they actually had a pretty good game in the snow. Obviously, it was pretty close throughout the whole entire game until Breece Hall ran a 50-yard touchdown to practically seal the game for the Jets. And to be completely honest, I can't really be mad at it because we secured a top 3 draft pick. So I guess we won too during that situation. But anyway, that could have been Bill Belichick's last game. We'll have to see in the next week or coming weeks, however long this takes. I know he's having talks with Robert Kraft at some point too. So obviously, we don't know the situation there. And also, Matthew Slater most definitely had his last game last night because with all those pictures that I saw on the Patriots Instagram and stuff after the game, it looked like that. It looked like he was uh at like it just looked like he had his last game. To be completely honest, he was down and everything. Like I don't think he wanted to go out on a loss, but it just sucks because obviously he's a really good player. Like he has 3 Super Bowl wins as a Patriot. He was a 5-time All Pro. Uh, like all that type of stuff. So I wish him the best in his retirement if he uh officially posts it in the next few days or so. If not, then hope to see you back next season and hope to give you something better than what we had this year because we were total shit. I can't say anything else about that. Steelers versus Ravens. Steelers getting the win here 17-10. Obviously Ravens were uh using all their backups because they wanted to rest everyone before the playoffs. So Steelers, they got themselves a win, and like I said before, they got into the playoffs and they gotta go up against the Bills. So that's a pretty good one right there that I'm thinking. Uh Rams versus 49ers. Rams getting a win by 1 point yet again. 21-20. So 49ers also did have a lot of backups out on the field, so I mean, kind of surprising that it was still a really close game, but I mean, I gotta give the Rams props for it. I mean, they're in the playoffs, and at least they got another win to to put themselves a little bit higher in there. If they did, to be completely honest, I didn't hear anything about that. Um, Next game is Chiefs versus Chargers. Chiefs win at 13-12, even though they had their backups. Not Patrick Mahomes, no Travis Kelce, no one. Just just the old backups there. But even with the backups, they still won. So I give the Chiefs props for that one. Buccaneers versus Panthers. The Buccaneers shut out the Panthers 9-0 to end off the Panthers season. And the Buccaneers, they won their division and happy for it because this is their 3rd year in a row winning the division. And this is not with Tom Brady. This is with Baker Mayfield. Great stuff. I love Baker Mayfield, no homo, but obviously he's just a really good player. And the last game I have here is the Browns versus the Bengals. Browns also not having their starters out there, but Bengals whipping their ass, to be completely honest, 31-14 for at least a final win before they go into the off season, because Bengals were eliminated, I believe, last week, and the Browns they've made the playoffs again. So that's a really good time for Browns fans, to be completely honest. And now for the wild card games, we have the Browns versus Texans, the Dolphins versus Chiefs, Steelers versus Bills, Packers versus Cowboys, Rams versus Lions, and Eagles versus Buccaneers. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will be back here on Wednesday to do my predictions for the wild card round. Obviously, it's definitely going to be a shorter video, but I'll try to say a few things to make it a little bit longer. But anyway, for the meantime, I hope you guys like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. See you around.